Okay guys, and this is the brand new JBL Extreme 3 speaker that's not really relevant. Wait a moment. Did I hear knocking? That could only mean... Let's go. And we're back. So hopefully that was a decent transition. I have no clue how that looked. But as you can see, in this comparison, I will be comparing the Motion 300 to the Flip 6 on my right there. I think the Flip 6 is a pretty, price-wise, they're quite similar. And the Flip 6 is slightly more pricey. But, and the Motion 300 is slightly more pricey. But they're similar, I guess you could say. So here's the box. It looks very neat for sure. A bit neater than the older Soundcore, Anker Soundcore boxes. So here we have Motion 300 high-res audio anytime, anywhere. And there we have a high-res symbol, wireless AAC LC. So basically, there are different type of Bluetooth, you could say, Bluetooth codecs they're called. So basically, depending on what codec you have connected to your phone, the different resolution will be presented to you in audio quality. So for example, the standard, the most basic codec you can have is SBC, and that is what JBL is using for all of their speakers, what I know, Bluetooth wise. And Anker also uses SBC, but here you can see that AAC is also available. And there are other ones like LDAC, Sony's version, and aptX, if you've heard of that as well. Here we have as well 30 watt stereo sound. So we have two woofers here, one here, one here. 13 hours playtime, IPX7 waterproof. I want to know if this floats or not. It would be great. The Flip 6 does not float. The Charge 5, JBL Charge 5 does float, for example. And I mean, having a waterproof speaker is nice, but having it being able to float is honestly a pretty good thing. Because then if you drop it in a lake, you can catch it still. But if it goes down in one of the muddy lakes, it's pretty much lost. It's not, you can't connect to your phone underwater and whatnot, so you're pretty much screwed. Here I have some more features. Bluetooth 5.3. I like how they have for different languages. They just had Bluetooth 5.3 multiple times. 13-hour playtime, 30 watts high-res audio, automatically adjusts EQ smart feature. Huh, that sounds interesting. And a customizable 9-band equalizer as well. Okay, sounds interesting, I guess. I'm gonna bring out the keys. I don't brought a knife. So we're gonna use the old key way. Here I have some keys. Let's get some marks here. Come on. Sharp one. There are a lot of mosquitoes outdoors at this time as well. So that's bad planning from my part. But the speaker just arrived today, so I'm just gonna do this. Oh really, this is really good plastic packaging. I guess you can do this all the way here. Usually works, it does here as well. Put the keys away now. Hopefully we won't need them again. I mean, a knife is always nice when you're unboxing. Usually put that in my pocket. Usually I have a knife on hand, but I didn't bring in one. I was too excited. Look at this. Ah, open up like this. Cool. Okay. Here it is. I guess this was what they were talking about, adaptive EQ. So apparently it has different EQs depending on what position you have it. So one when it's standing, one when it's hanging, and then one when it's laying flat. That's really cool. Definitely chunkier. Here you seem to have some kind of strap, button strap. That's cool. That's a rugged button if I've ever seen one. should be able to do this. Yeah, there we go. Put that away as well. For now, I guess we take a look at the, just gotta put the speaker there for now and see what's rest in the box. USB-Type-C to USB-C cable, pretty short one. So I guess it's usually, I guess it's nice that included, but not necessary, I guess. And a manual as well. There we go. It's always interesting with these cables. I mean, I guess not everybody has USB-C, so it's nice, but like not everybody has USB-C to USB-C still. But yeah, whatever. You get a small USB-C cable. This bottom, we have some rubber feet action going on there. We have the big logo, very big. Maybe a bit too big for my personal taste, but it looks all right. And we have some blue coloring dots across the entire pattern of some kind, across the entire speaker. We have some rubber feet here as well. And here we probably have a passive radiator that pumps up bass at the back. So woofers at the front and passive radiator at the back. Now what is this? Probably a port. Here we have a solo USB-C, no aux, no USB-A. But this can be used to charge other devices, I believe. But don't quote me on that. I can probably test that out later. Here we have some buttons as well. You cannot press the Anchor Soundcore button, unfortunately. And here we have the button, or strap, or whatever you want to call it. I kind of like this one more than the JBL one. This flip thingy here. This is nice, but it's not super practical. That you can like open up this quite easily and close it is more practical, I would say. And this is why I got the speaker, is because flat shape, but it is definitely bigger than I thought. But it's a more slimmed shape than the JBL, which is, even though this is definitely bigger than the JBL, it is less thick. Not by much, but it is less thick than the JBL Flip 6, which usually translates to better room in a backpack. Okay, I guess we'll turn this puppy on and do some sound comparison here. Look at the traditional, I don't know why it keeps doing that, but newer speakers pops up on your screen on your phone, which pauses the video, which is a bit annoying, but I guess it helps people that aren't as acquainted with technology, that they don't have to go into the app. Now I've paired it up with the tablet, and yes, I guess we'll check them out now. The Flip 6, of course, is Bluetooth 5.1, well, this is 5.3, so newer speaker in general. And this has a racetrack driver, a woofer, and a tweeter. And it's a mono setup, well, this is a stereo one. So, I guess we just turn this on as well, I guess, so might as well. I'm not going to be messing around too much with the equalizer on the Anchor Soundcore Motion Boom Plus. I'm just going to play it like it is. So yeah, just to mention that. And the JBL will be playing at neutral as well, stock settings. And of course I will be making more videos on this puppy later on, these speakers. So when I messed around a bit, so this is more or less first impressions of these speakers. So I guess we just line them up. There we go. Looks great. The table here. Nice. Nice, there we go. Slight amount of breeze here. Hopefully it won't disturb too much the sound and whatnot. Yes, now they're both connected, and let's begin a couple songs here and whatnot. Doing some no copyright as well. There we go. Fearless. The Flip is now playing the Flip 6. I'm just gonna check the JBL app here, so it's neutral, I guess. I might have mixed. Ah, it's neutral. Perfect. Playing around 50% on the Flip 6. Gotta try to switch here. It's a bit slow on the switch. There we go. Also similar volume here, same. Flip 6. Flip 6 has a lot more bass, it seems like. I'm just gonna see here, there's also a button here on the speaker itself here, bass. That is a bass boost button. Let's see here. That might not have been turned on. So I'm gonna turn on the bass boost on the Anchor Soundcore now and see what happens here. To try to equalize the playing field a bit at these lower volumes. It's around 40%, 45% now playing. Flip 6 play now. Gotta fast forward a bit. Motion 300 playing now. Flip 6 now playing. Motion 300. I opened up the settings, the app for the 300 here. Oh shit. The 300 here, but apparently, and there is an update for the speaker. Okay. There is a new update, but I will not be updating the firmware. I don't think it'll do too much. But right now, slightly bass thin I'd set this lower volumes. Bass is of course not the entirety of the story, but that's definitely something I noticed straight out of the bat. Okay, let's check another song out here. Yeah, Arc, it's a good one. Also very well-known song. Let's switch to the Flip 6 here. I'll lower the stand a bit here. Let's go off angle a bit here at closer distance. Still playing 40%. Flip 6 playing still. Motion 300 playing now. Going to a little bit above 50% now for the 300 Motion 300. Doing the same with the Flip 6. Motion 300 playing now. Let's go to the other side. Flip 6 playing now. I'll try to match the volumes now, so I'll go down a step with the Flip 6 and the Motion 300, so around 40%, a bit more for the Flip 6, and slightly above 50% for the 300 now. Motion 300 playing now. Flip 6 now playing. Okay, that was a bit interesting. I'm gonna turn the Motion 300 now to its what does it mean? Like lay it on the tummy, or whatever you want to call it, lay it flat, and see what happens if it does spread the sound better now when it lays like this. So I'm gonna try the same song here again. Flip 6 again playing. Motion 300. Flip 6 playing. Gonna go to the other side again. I'm even gonna go to their back here to see. I mean, this should favor the Motion 300, hopefully. Motion 300 here. Flip 6 playing. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, first impressions is that it's a bit underwhelming at lower volumes, at least. Might be better with a software update. There's something also wrong with the treble. The JBL Flip 6 is generally a very a lot of speakers nowadays are very highs oriented, but I didn't think there was too much highs, but which is not a problem. I don't like when speakers are pushing the highs, because it gets a bit sharp, you know, but it's good outdoors because it covers a lot more area and whatnot to have that airiness in the sound. But there was something sizzling with the treble on my 300 here. We'll see what happens with a software update, and now that I pushed the higher volumes, so we'll see what happens now. But yeah, a bit strange there. Hopefully it's nothing with this particular unit, which I of course cannot guarantee, but strange, a bit strange. Yeah, let's go back. Sorry for the wind, it is what it is. I'm gonna push them to the maximum potential here. I'm about 4 meters from them right now, 4 or 5 meters. Not too long of a distance. So hopefully these can cover this type of area as well, around 5 meters away. Okay, the Flip 6 starts. Gotta push it now at around 80-90% volume. And I'm gonna have that and then push them to max a little bit later. Gonna switch song first. Let's go on and on. Flip 6 still playing. Now I'm gonna match with the Motion 300. Also, same percentage wise, 90%. Flip 6 here. Motion 300 playing now. Flip 6 playing. Lowering the flip by 1 step. Motion 300 now. Flip 6. Going up 1 step. Same volume now. Motion 300 now. Flip 6. Okay, yeah, that was interesting. I'm gonna push him to max now, and yes, let's see which one I guess is the louder one with stock equal EQs on both. I mean, the Anchor always includes a pretty good equalizer with their speakers, but I won't be using that this time around. So it's stock versus stock control here. Let's see. Flip 6 playing maximum volume now. Motion 300 now, playing maximum volume. Flip 6 playing now. Motion 300.
To your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we.
Flip 6 playing. Okay, yes, I think this is it for this sound comparison. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will do a quick summary now. I won't do too long because I don't know too much. This is the first time I've heard this one, and it takes a while to get a clear opinion how good the speaker you're comparing it actually is. You got to listen to multiple genres and whatnot and take your time with it. So this is by no means a definitive conclusion. There are better videos on this out right now that you can look on, but it's first impressions of what you get with the Motion 300. Sound wise, I think the Motion 300 does retain more bass at higher volumes. It does, however, you can feel that it's pushing against some kind of limiter, whilst the JBL's bass drops off significantly at higher volumes. Lower volumes, I will say the Motion 300 with the stock EQ is pretty underwhelming. I did expect a bit more, honestly, even at stock EQ. Maybe you can make it work with the EQ, maybe you can figure something out, but it's a bit underwhelming, I would say. Maybe it performs better indoors with this stock EQ, but outdoors it lacks a bit of sparkle, and there was some sizzling with the treble, maybe some processing issues. I don't know, maybe the update finishes it, I don't know, but that's a bit disappointing as well. You know, if you buy a product, you expect the product to be complete and not have to do a bunch of updates all the time to figure quirks and features out. I mean, it's good that they give you, that they fix problems, but at the end of the day, it's a bit disappointing as well that they even have to do updates to begin with. Okay, maybe the updates will fix it. At higher volumes, I would take the Motion 300 over the Flip 6. More bass is good, and it played, even though I would say that Flip 6 and the Motion 300 at the rest of the soundtrack was a bit even. I would say the Flip 6 was a bit sharper in the highs, I would say. Nonetheless, I would still say the Motion 300 was a bit more under control, didn't feel as stressed, and it was a bit wider sound, I would say, with the two woofers there on the Motion 300 than just a single woofer and a tweeter on the Flip 6. Make it sound a little bit less narrow, a little bit more narrow. And of course, it's a slightly bigger speaker in general, the Motion 300, which weighs about 700 grams, whilst the JBL weighs about 500 grams. So there is a weight advantage to the Motion 300. Okay, but yeah, and those are my first impressions. I don't have too much else to say other than that it's a very cool form factor. And I guess that's a lot of why you buy the speaker, for the form factor. And the Flip 6 is, even though it's a rugged Bluetooth speaker, the Motion 300 definitely looks a lot more rugged. As you can see, these edges right here, they get scuffed up with the Flip 6. And that's something that's changed from the Flip 5 to the Flip 6, is that they have softer silicone at these edges, which means that it's not as well protected, and not to mention the exposed passive radiators here at the side as well, makes it more exposed and not as backpack friendly. So that's another selling feature for the Motion 300. That's it. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. Cheers.